Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's morning. Yesterday was quite windy, so I did not work on the fence. I did some work inside. I grouted that fossilized limestone on the first floor that I didn't get to finish the trip before. So getting back on the fence today. There we are beside the pond. This is the little leaky weir that I made on the outflow of the creek. This is the original channel of the creek here. Goes on downhill. So I'm going to put 2 angle braces on this post here. I'll put one post here in the middle of the creek with some angle braces. I'll set another post right here on the upper edge of the bank of the creek. 2 more angle braces. And then 200 feet down, I'll put some more angle braces on a post. It's nice and calm. Today's a perfect day to lay out these T-posts and get them straight. T-post broke. So the other T-post that broke was a recycled T-post that I got for free. I actually got quite a few for free, about 130 of them. But that one was a little brittle at the bottom apparently. I got a brand new T-post this time. Well, I think I'm doing all right this morning. Got my braces on that one, post in the middle of the creek. Got that one up, and I got 2 more posts in, and I laid out where the other next section's going. I lucked out, didn't hit any rock that I had to drill through. Very surprised that I made it through this, because this is almost all rock right here. A couple of them I had to move around a few inches to find a spot to get it through there, but it made it. Well, I'm gonna go take me a water break and I'll come back and start setting posts between the next section. I have to drill this one. There's a good layer of rock under there. I tried to move it over, but it's still hitting rock. If you did see the other video, I was putting the fence post up. I've got an 1.5-inch coring bit with a rotary hammer, SDS bit. Little 3,000 watt inverter. And an LTO battery that I made. This is a camera box that I built it into. Put some 3 terminals like you'd use like on a boat application, all stainless. And I also built a little USB dual charge port, and then a standard cigarette charge port there. And I've got a little on-off button where you can energize these two on it. These are always energized. I've just got little rubber caps to put over when I'm not using it. Works pretty good though. It's a lot better than dragging a generator out here and having to listen to it. It's just quiet. Takes about an hour and 30 minutes to charge it all the way back up. I just tied into my little solar setup over there. Charges pretty quick. That's one of the beauties about LTO chemistry. It'll discharge and charge fast, and it lasts for a very long time compared to regular lithium batteries. I'm going to pull the Tpost out. I'll vacuum out the loose sediment that's there with my little shop vac here, and then I'll start drilling. If you're interested in seeing how I build these batteries, you could just go to the channel page and look up LTO battery build. And there's two of them on there. One was for the dump trailer and one was this battery right here. I've built, I think, 6 of them total. That's what my main power battery bank is over there, the building. Well, this fence post fell right on a rock patch, along with a nice little mess of dog cholla cactus. So I'm definitely going to drill this one. And the next one looks about the same, maybe a little worse, minus the dog cholla. Nice little vein of some interesting rock. this rock out of there. Maybe it'll be some softer material under that. So here we are at the southeast corner of the back 40 acres. We've got all the posts in, going north-south on the east facing side. All line up pretty good, as you can see. Good enough for this rocket ship. So this was the easy side. The side going west here, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. I've already done some work on the south facing side, going west, up on these hills that are all solid rock. There's a T-post and a marker or a pin from the surveyors up there around that brush right there. Let's go up there and see. I haven't been up there in years. We'll go up there and look back down this way. There's not a center pin in between here, so I'm gonna have to put a good eye on it and, you know, get it straight that way. Let's go up there. There we are up by this last T-post I set on the south facing portion of the fence line. You can see over there I've done some work. I think I went about 500 feet that way through some pretty rugged terrain. This was solid rock. You can see the core right there that I drilled out to get the T-post in there. There's one of the pins from the surveyor right here. You can see nothing rots out here. This stake's been here for 5 years. It's pine, but it sounds just like the day it was put in. There's another stake and a pin right over here. Well, right there. Let's walk over there. You can see all this is pretty much solid rock with a little bit of gravel in the cracks. Someone piled some rocks up right there. It was not me. There's another one of the pins right there. And there's another one of those lab stakes. You can see our corner post down there by that yucca. Yeah, that's gonna be a rough section of fence right here. I'm gonna have to trim a little bit of this brush out to be able to pull my rope through here to get a straight edge. It's a long ways to eyeball from this pin to that corner post down there. It's probably 300 feet at least, maybe a little more. Nice view from up here. You can see the side of the road bank that I filled in real good. Well, I guess I'm gonna go get my chainsaw and kind of eyeball about where I need to trim through there. Try to get a rope up. I got about another hour and then I'll be stopping to cook dinner, call it a day. Let's get going. You can see I'm kind of aiming at that corner post over there. It's about 8 inches to the left of the actual pin though for the corner. I'm gonna clear a little like 3 foot wide gap through here to get my rope up. Well, looks like maybe that I need to trim a little bit more on that big ocotillo that's over there. Yeah, I think I need to trim a little bit more on it. Hate to have to cut them, but they're in the way of the fence. They'll grow back pretty aggressively if we get some rain. Let me get back down there and trim a little bit more off that one. Well, I got the path cleared out pretty good. You can see all the way up there where that other camera is. I think that'll work. Tomorrow I'll set another T-post on the other side of this pin that's up there, kind of by that where that camera's at up there. And that'll be my last really fixed point. After that, it's kind of eyeballing it from here to the corner. I think I can make it look pretty good. I've had to do it in some other areas. It turned out looking all right. This takes quite a bit of time and, you know, keep having to walk up and down to look at it back and forth. I like this time of the day. Get all the shadows playing on the different elevations. Got about an hour before it gets dark. The sun's going behind that mountain to the west. Just went behind the mountain right there. Well, I guess that's it for fence work today. I'll see you on the next one.